Listen. Listen. Fuck you talking about? Getting straight into it. Bro, y'all have control over what y'all do. Obviously, within this world, parameters right now, until we change them, our control is limited in a way. But we have control. And this idea that everybody will go to sleep and be here tomorrow is crazy. Like, we have no idea. Data, sure. But it's really we've been doing that for a while, so we'll be all right, you know. But absolute, there isn't one. So if you haven't seen somebody you care and support in a while, go spend time with them. You haven't done this in a while, go do it. Stop with the I don't have time. You choose what you do with your time. Like some celebs, I don't know how y'all let people run y'all lives. You don't have to do all the things that they tell you to do to stay relevant. That was in the past, yes, because all people had was TV. Now we got social media. Bro, at your fingertips. Some people who are never home invested, like, what the fuck? Like, listen, I ain't read since my last video, and that was, I think, 2 days ago. Listen, I do not read. That is not what I do. So I'm throwing it all off. Hold on, coach. Some people who are never home invested in their job takes up all their time. You decided to create a family, so you be there. If that involves telling your assistant to put them in your schedule, you do it. Like, I don't get it. Like, yes, certain restraints, situational, I understand, but you have to want power over what you do. Go spend time with people who mutually care for you. Go do what you love. Go spend time with yourself. Nigga, I was struggling like a motherfucker. Listen, I gotta get back into the flow. Once I get back into the flow, I'm there. Yeah, but like, since we've been doing it for so long, going to sleep, waking back up, going to sleep, waking back up, we just like, oh, we gonna be here every day. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Oh, like, since, you know, maybe somebody close to us or something like that, we haven't experienced somebody dying, you know, in a while or something like that. It's like, oh, everybody, you know, living as long as, you know, 100 or whatever the fuck they be saying. Like, motherfucking, like, right now, 1,000 niggas just died, minimum. You know what I'm saying? Like, people is dying left and right just because, you know what I'm saying, social media not showing us, or just because it's not this big celeb or some shit like that. We like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're all living this and that. But we gotta understand that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know, and we need to get our priorities straight, and we need to understand that we is what we need. You know what I'm saying? All this other shit is just shit we created, or this and that. But you know what I'm saying? Even if that's that job you like or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying, or something that you want to do, you still need to make time for, you know, motherfuckers you so-called care about. You know, motherfuckers who care about you. You can't just, you know, they aren't just there whenever you need them. You know what I'm saying? Because in that sense, you can just go create a robot, and then, you know what I'm saying, you can hang out with that robot whenever you please. You know what I'm saying? But these are people who, you know, who need attention, who want to be with you, who, you know what I'm saying? And just to think that they're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? That they'll be there all the time, that they'll live to whatever, that you have this X amount of time with them. You know, we don't know. So just not being there with your kids, not being there with your partner, not being there to, you know, make new friends, not, you know, just not being there for yourself. I mean, I don't know. We too comfortable. Y'all being tied to a label, y'all don't get to figure yourselves out as a human. Yeah, it's like, you know, at such a less experienced time in your life, you're throwing all these labels at you of, you know, what you so-called are, or this and that. And it's like, you didn't even get to choose who you want to be. You didn't even get to create who you wanted to be. You're already being told, you know, what you are, and you're being shown this list of what those things are that you are, and you just, automatically, taking that in and like, oh, I guess this is who I am because these people, have more experience in these certain areas and they so-called, care and support for me and know what they're talking about and say I should listen to them. So, I'm gonna believe them and I'm gonna take that and, I'm gonna make that who I am. You know what I'm saying? It's not right to do that shit. Like, we supposed to, try new shit out, make certain mistakes in our mind that we feel are mistakes. We supposed to be able to, be here and still go over here in this place and, do certain things to figure the shit out. And, it never ends figuring it out, but just, it's horrible when, you don't even have a foundation, found no foundational shit and you're being thrown this shit and other people telling you what you are. It's easy to stick what you know. It's hard to try something new. It's easy to stick to what you know. It's hard to try something new. It's hard. And a lot of motherfuckers like easy. You think back on how you could have done this or that, but if you did that, you would still think back. But if you did that, you would still think back and try to change what you did. But the info you have now is only because you did what you did. And you allowed yourself to see that opportunity and take that opportunity and, did what you did with that opportunity. Like, it's you can always go back and look at the shit, bro. Always. If you are hurt from your past and damaged, don't act like you're fine because you know you're not. Because you know you're not. Then hop in a relationship with somebody who's actually good to you, but tell them you need space all the time, using your past as a guide for now, not in a way to help you be aware of things or to grow, but to take stuff and manipulate it into being bad or a reason for you to be hurt or leave. And that person truly wants to help you because you are obviously everything to them and you help them without even realizing it just by just being there. Now they see you're struggling and can't be there for you because you won't let them. It's back to you just all about you. What about them? You know what I'm saying? And that shit that's fucked up. You're human. All those other labels that people have created to ease their mind is shit. It's shit where probably a lot of things what? To ease their minds is shit. We're probably a lot of things, but who cares? Oh, we are probably a lot of things, but who cares? Love yourself. Because now that's making you think about the past and replaying everything and saying how it's because I have this. No, it's not. Don't let that define you. Work on yourself and grow. You there for you 24/7, no one else. So if you can't fix your own shit, then you'll be stuck forever. Like, and it's real big on that. We probably have a lot of things, but who cares? Like, we all probably have some shit that we just haven't been, labeled as or diagnosed as. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many shit that, we do or this is that, but since it's not as severe, we're not really labeled as that. It's not seen as so-called a problem because maybe it happens now and then, or maybe it's just, it's slightly or some shit like that. Like I said, if you can't fix your shit, bro, you stuck like that forever. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it kind of get people. But that's when you gotta lock in and put in that work. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's time to, all right, now I know it's me, and I gotta do for me, and I gotta, you know what I'm saying, lock in. Majority just get stuck at the action. They don't know how to express what they're feeling or don't truly understand why they feel that way. And by action, I mainly mean mentally because it all starts there. People hate being in their head, which is why they can't figure out how to fix what's wrong. So they just let it continue and suffer. Stay in your mind, understand that shit. Stay in your mind, understand that shit. What do you like? Right? What do you like right now? What don't you want right now? What do you see that's fucking with you that you don't like? Get rid of that shit. Get rid of that shit. Like, it's all on you. And some people don't like that. and want to lean on anything that lets them, even if it tears you apart. That's big. Some people don't like that fucking work, and they'll lean on anything that lets them, even if it tears them apart. And that shit is real, and that shit is huge. Like, that shit is big, big. You gotta put in that work, bro. And it's so-called, you know, simple shit in a way, because if you really just, what don't I like for the most part? You know what I'm saying? What do I like for the most part? What do I want to do right now? What don't I want to do? When I was doing that, I wasn't really fucking with what I was doing, or that environment, or those people, the way they was responding and what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is happening in your head. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to it, then you know. You know what I'm saying? If you evaluate the shit and be like, maybe I was just thinking about that because I was just in the moment and I wasn't really, you know, just sitting back and really observing it. I was, you know, being too hard. I was, you know, nitpicking. You know what I'm saying? Just like shit like that. Like, but it's you feel it. You know what I'm saying? Within your mind or whatever, you just not listening. You know what I'm saying? You just not having those conversations. You just not evaluating, working, changing, and growing. Like, you don't want to do that. So you lean on anything that lets you, even if it tears you apart. Like, y'all niggas act like y'all respond or something. On God, nigga. Y'all know something I don't? Last time I checked, I don't respond, coach. I don't respond. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they and y'all living. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got y'all living, and that's how y'all deciding to live. Like, we respond or something. Like, we can live this drawn out, boring ass life that we fucking living, slaving and shit, and we gonna respond. But even if we respond, what do y'all think like finna happen? Y'all think y'all finna now get a better chance at winning the game or something? Y'all now, like, it's finna be different? Like, I don't get where this logic is coming from. Like, real shit. I don't understand it. Crazy how motherfuckers crazy how motherfuckers think they can't wear shit again. Like, oh bro, you just wore that. Yeah, I washed it, then dried that hoe, then put that bitch back on because I bought that hoe. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't and it's shit like that we create. Nigga, they said my phone was too hot. They talking about, I mean, I was facing the sun, but damn. I mean, that hoe wasn't hitting me, but I guess that shit was coming right down at my phone. They said my temperature too hot. I wonder, like, what that, like, why does that cause a problem? I guess because it's some shit overheat, like electrical type shit. That shit could, like, fry or some shit like that. I don't know. What the fuck was on? Sound like they're trying to train a dog. That motherfucker not listening. Crazy how motherfuckers think they can't wear shit again. Like, oh bro, you just wore that. Yeah, I washed that. I washed it, then dried that hoe, then put that bitch back on. Like, I bought that hoe. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Well, what was I saying? Y'all just creating that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That we don't need to be focused on, that we don't need to be worrying about. Yeah, I mean, we already got into that shit. I get all this from listening to myself and others. That's it. You know, there ain't no all this crazy shit that, you know, I'm not gonna say that niggas be coming up with, but maybe that they, you know, be showing on films or series or some shit like that. I don't know, but, you know, I didn't have to go like these. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, like, it's not like I just pulled this shit from some, I don't know, you know, like this spiritual shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, listen, you know, all I can do is, you know, express what I'm feeling and how I want to express that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if, you know, certain people throw labels on it like spiritual or something like that, I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm just doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just observing in the way that I'm observing. I'm just, breaking shit down and evaluating the way I'm doing it. I'm just listening in the way that I'm doing it. I'm just willing to go and, read comments in the way that I'm doing it. Willing to ask certain questions to certain people and, see what they say and see what they think about it, and, still being able to, so-called still express my point, but not in a way like just, see what they saying and then fucking go on them and like, this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's just more of see where other people mentals are at, see what they're thinking about, and them willing to just, express it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I just be asking, random shit. And I think, that eases the mind without even realizing it, because it seems as, which it is, but it's, your mind goes, oh, it's random. So it doesn't really matter, what I respond or how I respond in a way, obviously, but it's just, them saying that random shit or whatever, and then, it so-called leads to, something else. And then they lead into it by themselves. And now they're just comfortable. And now they're just talking about, whatever's on their mind or whatever. But I'm literally just getting this shit from listening to myself, and from others. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's not this thing that, some make it to be like, you got to go on this crazy ass, wake up shit, or you got to be woke, or you got to, all you got to do is, listen to others, have those conversations with others and yourself, and, see what you thinking, challenge the shit that, you've been taught or brainwashed to think, or, that you've been practicing, or the labels that you've been given, and that list that comes with it, just not just falling into everything without, thinking about it, without, going against it, not going against it, but evaluating it first and seeing, yeah, I agree with this, or no, I don't agree. I don't know, just shit like that. Everybody expects respect, but when it comes to y'all self, nobody respects themselves because y'all don't really know what it is. And I think that's huge, because it's, foundational shit. Those people that y'all was living in that building with, that y'all were forced to live with, they told you, you got to respect others. You must respect me. But they didn't give you respect. You know what I'm saying? And those people that they told you to respect, those people wasn't giving you respect. So you were thinking, respect is just something, that is just given, that I give others when, I'm told to respect, or this and that. It's not this earned thing, it's not this mutual thing. So when it comes to yourself, no one's telling you, to respect yourself. Because you have people telling you, hey, go respect this person, even though they're fucking bashing you. So they're not telling you to respect yourself, and you're not telling you, hey, this isn't right, I shouldn't be going to respect them because they're not respecting me. So now you're not telling you to respect you, and nobody else is telling you to respect yourself. So it's like, how would you be able to know, hey, I want to respect myself, or I'm feeling this way, maybe it's because I'm not respecting myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't just, with many situations, it's not just as fault of, that one individual or this and that, but it's a mutual thing, bro. And you have to see certain shit and be like, I'm disrespecting myself. And you should know it, because you're feeling a certain way and you don't like that feeling. Like, I keep saying it, it's you gonna know it because you feel it. Now, as far as what it translate into in the words or this and that, that's where you gotta work and, figure that shit and understand it. But you feeling it, I don't know. It's just, it's kind of hard to, not hard, but I don't know. Shit's so situational. Forced to be fake at job/school. Do shit you don't want to do. Then go home, gotta be fake. Do shit you don't want to do. Like, where do we go to just chill? Where do we go? You know what I'm saying? You got to go outside of you know, this building that's so-called a home, you know what I'm saying, to go get comfort. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't add up. You know what I'm saying? The comfort is supposed to be the home. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be able to, after all this bullshit of whatever, I can finally go home and chill, you know, and be comfortable and relax. But you can't even chill at your crib because those people you living with is, you know, trying to conform you into being one way. They trying to make you into doing this, and that. And it's like, so I gotta be this way for y'all niggas. Then I gotta be this way for the fucking teachers or this, and that. And then I fucking gotta be this way for a fucking manager or this, and that. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Like, what the fuck can we do, bro? But it's like, niggas not seeing a problem with that shit. Like they think it's, oh, it's just us, or it's just like, I don't know. Like the weather sometimes. It's hot all day, but sometimes you feel a little breeze throughout the day, or the clouds cover the sun, or the temp drops a little. Sometimes it's cold all day, but sometimes the sun comes out. It's not as windy, or the temp goes up a little. Sometimes it rains all day, but sometimes there's moments where it stops, or moments where it's just drizzling, or when the sun comes out and you see a rainbow. There's no good or bad days, just moments. And each day is filled with good and bad moments. It's all about what you do with each moment and how you perceive each moment. Because some like the heat. Because some like feeling the heat on their skin. Some like the cold. Some like the rain. Like, it'll all be different depending on how you're feeling and how you want to perceive things in different moments. That shit is huge. That shit is big. And it's like, you know, those good and bad days, like, that's the weighing shit. Because in order for you to determine, you know, a bad or a good day, you have to weigh shit against each other that happened that day. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, this didn't happen. And sometimes it'll just be, you know, a few moments, and you had all these moments that you felt good, but you weren't really acknowledging it because you were taking these moments, you know, that was so-called, you know, bad, and you were giving this all your energy. You were acknowledging these, and you allowed that to control your mood for the rest of the day. You allowed that to, you know, take you down in a sense. You allowed you to dwell on that for the rest of the day, and it led to the next day or some shit like that. But it's like, we're gonna have good and bad moments without the day, and we just have to be able to take those for what they are, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Now, within certain moments, yes, we have to, you know, whether good or bad, we still have to evaluate each one. We have to, you know what I'm saying, understand, oh, what made this a good moment in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Why was I feeling good? Or when you're thinking back on it and like, oh, damn, you know what I'm saying, I was feeling good, this and that. Or, you know, why was I feeling bad? Like, what made that moment, you know, bad in a sense? Why did I think it was bad? What was I doing? You know, what was I feeling? What made it turn, you know, good into bad? Or what made that bad turn good? Or it's certain shit like that. But you got to do the work. You got to evaluate, because you know what you feeling. You know, the situation in your eyes, the moment in your eyes. It's all on you, bro. Yeah, but that weather shit in the beginning was just such a good, you know what I'm saying? Because it's moments and days where, you know, because the sun's out right now, but it's windy. You know what I'm saying? So you would think like, oh, you know, it's a hot day, you know, if you're outside, the sun just on you. But then, you know, the wind comes in, or, you know, later on in the day, the temperature drop. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can't just say it was a hot day, because it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? That's not true to you. That's not true to nature and what was outside. And you're just putting that in your mind and saying, oh, it was a hot day. Oh, it was a bad day. So now you just, later on, where you can no longer remember, you know, every little thing within that day, you just, oh, fucking 2 weeks ago, you know, I had a bad day where you know, this bad moment or this and that. And then it's like, I don't know, the shit seems so small, but it's like, it's huge, bro. And it's you practicing, and it's you putting, you know, the, you know, the shit in your mind that's gonna make you have peace. The post-nut clarity shit is just like Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. At first, bro had no control when he was in the Avatar state. He would do shit he wouldn't normally do, and he hurt people. He hurt people he didn't mean to hurt. Then he learned how to control it and could go in and out of it at will. And while in it, he was in full control, did what he wanted, and didn't hurt anybody he didn't want to. Same thing when people are horny. When y'all horny, y'all have no control, and y'all are in a horny state where y'all do things y'all wouldn't normally do. And when y'all come out of it, out of that state, y'all regret the shit y'all did. Y'all have no control once y'all enter that state. So people have to learn how to be in control while in that state, because saying to never go in that state is ridiculous. Because if Aang never went back into the Avatar state, he wouldn't have been able to save the world. And if y'all never go back into that state, y'all won't be able to please yourselves. So learning to control yourself while in that state is very important. And if you have no control, you're dangerous. And it's not an easy journey, but you must take it. And it's like, that was a good example. But it's like, people don't, you know what I'm saying? People, because they're getting these thoughts after or this and that, then they just demonize, you know, the act within itself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can find certain shit, you know, within the journey that you took of the, I don't know, the fucking pleasure or whatever. And, you know, cause like porn, I mean, listen, nigga, that shit, I don't think that shit is right. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, it's just it's fake, and it's just sex, and it's, you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's a very, you know, different topic, and, you know what I'm saying? I don't think motherfuckers should be watching porn. I don't think motherfuckers should be doing porn within a sense, you know, of us slowly working to get out of where we're at. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know, we all reacted differently to, you know, the shit that happened in this world or this and that. So it's not like I'm demonizing people for doing porn or this and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going, you know, yeah, I'm not going to demonize motherfuckers for doing porn or this and that. You know what I'm saying? That comes with a whole bunch of different shit. But it's like, you know, within that, you know, pleasure process or this and that, you can be like, okay, you know, I don't like the porn for say, you know, or this and that, or I didn't like this, or but you can't just demonize the whole thing because the afterthought of you, you know, feeling a certain way, or of you, you know, feeling guilty or this and that. Because if you truly felt guilty, well, that's not true, because some feel guilty and still do it. But I don't know. It's just it's because you weren't in control. It's because you weren't able to say, no, I don't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where, you know, the thoughts are coming from. I think that's where the problem lays, is because you aren't in control. You know what I'm saying? You're feeling like it's more of a chore in a sense. You feeling like it's more of a, you know, once I'm there, I'm just, I can't stop type shit. And you don't like that feeling. You know what I'm saying? You should want to be able to say, you know, you should be able to want to feel horny and not masturbate and not go have sex and not, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to be like, no, you should be able to be in that state and control yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think that Aang shit was good, because like before I think he hurt Katara or something. He was like, I'm never going back into that state. You know what I'm saying? Never going back into the Avatar state, because he didn't like not having that control. He didn't like doing shit he didn't normally, you know, do, and hurting people he didn't want to hurt. You know what I'm saying? But he understood, you know what I'm saying, for himself and for this world, for that world, that he had to go into the avatar state. So he had to work, you know what I'm saying? He had to evaluate, work, change, and grow, and be able to go into the avatar state whenever he pleases, and be able to, you know, control himself within that state. You know what I'm saying? So not as far as us, as far as going into the state of horniness as we please, because, you know, that's more of a feeling thing. That's more of a what you're attracted to thing, seeing thing, this and that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you can make yourself horny within a way. I mean, yeah, but as far as, you know, doing it or not, you know, I feel like that's like what you need to be, you know, controlling. Yeah, I feel like doing it. No, I don't feel like doing it, and not fucking abusing it and just doing it, you know, trying to get a certain feeling again, or trying to, you know, this and that. I just feel like I feel like the control is the part where, you know, people have this post nut clarity because they didn't want to do that certain thing, and they ended up doing it because they had no sense of control, in a sense. I don't know. I mean, it's some shit that needs to be talked about, that is joked about in a sense, or this and that, but it's like motherfuckers really sit there on that shit and like, damn, like motherfuckers really, you know, bash themselves about that shit and really feel bad about, you know, not being able to control themselves and not being able to say no, you know, to, you know, a certain pleasure, or, you know, I don't know, bro. It's just people, you know, they do certain shit that they wouldn't normally do, or wouldn't want to do, I should say, you know, because normally just what they used to doing, or this and that, but would want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because after you think like, damn, I didn't want to do that. Like, why did I do that? You know what I'm saying? Or they may go and do, or try to get something with somebody else just because they're horny. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's odd how some people think it's good to feel happy and bad to feel sad. It's that attaching shit, bro. It's sad. That shit is, I don't know, that shit is so tough. That shit is so sad, bro. And it's what's been reiterated to us. It's what's been shown to us again and again. And it's just, I don't know, bro. Realize when your opinion is no longer valid, don't stand by it because you think you're weak for changing your mind. Realize when your opinion is no longer valid, don't stand by it because you think you're weak for changing your mind. Yeah. You can't, you know, and I think that's the big thing within some people changing their opinion about things. It's because of this weak shit. It's because of how others are gonna see them. It's because of, you know, what they're used to and what they've been growing up on, to stand by shit, or this and that. And it's like, if you change on something, it's because this person made you, or this and that. You know what I'm saying? They've been taught to, you know, regardless if they're right or wrong in a sense, or this and that, that they should stand by it, and they shouldn't let nobody budge them, or they shouldn't let nobody do this and that. But it's like, you got to be able to, you know, you got to be able to understand that this shit, what I'm saying, I feel this, I feel I don't agree with anymore. And I feel I agree with them. You know what I'm saying? They've educated me, and, you know, I've educated myself, and I've allowed them to educate me, and for me to go deeper into, you know, research, or this and that. And now I'm willing to change my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And then some get there, but then they're like, oh, but, you know, I feel weak. You know, oh, you know, my dad said I should never this and that. You know, what are people going to think of me now that I think this? You know, this and that. And it becomes more of others than just yourself, you know? Masturbation, sex shouldn't feel like a chore. If you're not in the mood, don't do it. If you're not in the mood, don't do it. It's not this thing that you have to do. It's not the only pleasure that's available. It's not, you know, it's this thing that's been put on this fucking pedestal, but we can do very much without masturbation and sex. You know, it's not this, we only get this urge of a sense or this is that is because we didn't, you know, seen porn. We didn't seen all these sex scenes on films. We didn't seen all this sexual shit on series and in books, and you know, this shit is everywhere, you know, and to a certain extent it's also deemed as what you shouldn't do, and then that pushes motherfuckers even more in a sense, in a way, because I don't know, the shit very situational, but yeah. Stop setting crazy goals for yourself, especially since whenever you don't do them, you beat yourself up and feel bad. Now, you shouldn't be beating yourself up either, but you're working on it. And during that journey, you should try not to set yourself up for failure. Yeah, I don't like that setting goals shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have things that you want to do, whether, you know, long term or whether, you know, it's within, you know, a certain day or this and that. You have shit that you want to do, regardless if it's 1,000, regardless if it's 10, you know what I'm saying? And you're not supposed to get to all of them. And throughout the day, you're going to get more, and you're going to, you know what I'm saying? You're never going to get to all of them. Regardless of the time period, long term, short term, it does not matter. You know what I'm saying? So you making this list, your to-do list for the day, is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, there's certain shit that during the day and you're just like, oh, I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? Or you've been thinking about something and, you know, you've been trying to get to it and trying to do it. But it's like, it's not this thing that's like, oh, I was supposed to do this 2 days ago and now it's fucking, you know, time now. Now it's this time now and I still haven't done it. You know what I'm saying? Why haven't I done it? This, and that. You've been doing this, and that. But why haven't you done this? You say you were going to... You know what I'm saying? It's like... I don't know. I'm trying to think of a certain example. But it's just... I guess it's solely just like... Even if you're able to make... or willing to make a to-do list, I guess it's just more of the... Don't beat yourself up if you don't complete it. You know, I think that's the big part. You know, regardless of what's on top, you know what I'm saying, if you make a to-do list, if you don't, this is that. Because, you know, some, you know, it works making a to-do list. So I'm not going to say don't, in a way. I don't know. Shit's so situational, bro. But it's more of the foundational of don't beat yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Do not beat yourself up. Do not tell yourself things, you know, because you didn't do this, and that. You know, do not bash on yourself. Do not hate on yourself because you didn't do this, and that. It's basically, you know, and it's just, it's foundational. I feel like my shit is just more clogged up than usual, nigga. Like, usually, like, and it's like with the nose shit, it's like, because it's not usually like slowly just run down that hole, but it's like, I don't know. It's like the snot is just sitting right there. I don't know if this is that's kind of a whatever visual, but like the snot is just sitting right there because it's not, you know, flowing through or this and that. And it's like, I don't know. But yeah, set yourself up for success, bro. And by success, I mean with a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you make like that one thing and be like, I want to do this one thing today, and you know, you do it, then you're setting yourself up for success. And you may have done 10 other things you wanted to do during that day, but it was just with the flow. It was just within the moment type shit. It wasn't this like, oh, I set myself up to do this, and that. Like, I don't know, bro. Obstacles is one of the best things you can experience because whether it beats you down or you overcome them, whoa! Whether it beats you down or you overcome them, it creates an opportunity and you can take it and teach yourself something each time if you allow yourself. If you allow yourself, bro. Obstacles, bro. How would I get over that shit? What did I learn from this shit? This pressure that came with it, how did I do it? Like, growing up has nothing to do with age. It just means growing as a person, person, which everyone does. Some more than others. Some grow in areas that they don't need to, but we all grow. No one's a grown-up because no one has stopped growing or has no more room to grow. We got to break that young old. We got to break that grow up shit. We got to break that I'm grown shit. We got to break that. We got to get specific about the shit. You know what I'm saying? I got experience in this area. I don't have experience in this area. You know what I'm saying? You got to be willing to, accept that shit and willing to express that shit and not feel, down or bad about that shit. Like, motherfucker asked me what's 57 times fucking 36. I can't tell him because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say I don't know. I don't know off the, get specific with the shit. I don't know off the top of my head. Beautiful. I don't know off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get a calculator. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get a piece of paper and remember how to do that. Line them up, some bullshit. Listen, I went to school, but I ain't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you gotta be willing to own up to that shit, and also willing to understand that if I wanted to have more experience in a math area, I could. If I wanted to practice and do it off the top of my head, I could. You know what I'm saying? We could do this, and that, but we just, we may not have interest in it. We may not want to do it or this and that, but we all have room to grow in any area because none of us we know little to nothing about, a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Why some of y'all not disrespected, mad, sad at the way y'all treat yourselves? Why y'all get disrespected, mad, sad for others treating y'all the way y'all treat yourselves? This shit is probably in there fucking 1,000 times, bro. What you getting mad at niggas for treating you the way you treating you? You leading by example. Like, the fuck out of here. Parents try harder to ruin their relationship with their kids than trying to have one or fix them. Some parents. And when I'm saying some of this shit, understand, what I'm saying? Obviously, I should say some, or this and that, but it's like, this gonna be the understanding, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When it's, obviously, I'm not applying everything to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always some who's not doing this, or it's always some who's doing this, or this and that. It's always a sum. You know what I'm saying? It's never 100% or something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Some parents try harder to ruin their relationships with their kids and trying to have one or fix one. Yeah, I mean, and I think it's, yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah. It's tough. Always have some type of foundation when doing something. Like, it's just to get you started, but don't convince yourself that it has to be that way, or else nothing works. Like, because when you plan something and it doesn't go to plan, you feel like shit and your whole mood change. But when that was never the plan, you don't feel like that. That's why I don't call it a plan or create a full scenario and convince myself it'll go that way. Yeah. That's huge, and people should take that, into almost every situation. People should take that, and use that as their foundation, because there's no plan, bro. You shouldn't be creating plans and thinking it's gonna go like you have it. You know what I'm saying? Thinking, you shouldn't be calling it a plan. You know what I'm saying? You can create a plan to be like, okay, we may do this or we may do that, but let's have those options so we can go off of the shit. And we may do this one thing and we may see something else and it leads to all this other shit and we don't even get to the rest of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like that planning so specific shit takes us away from actually being in the moment. We're so, worrying about all the other shit that's on the list and, having a certain time period on it or this and that we don't even get to be in the moment that we're in. We don't even get to enjoy the shit. So it's more of, just creating that foundation of, you know, what could be, or this and that, and whatever happens on top of it is what happens, you know. But just convincing yourself and, you know, creating full scenarios, you know, as far as, you know, talking to people or this and that, you know what I'm saying, it don't work like that. I feel majority of y'all identify everything that's wrong and know how to fix it. Y'all just scared. Y'all just scared, bro. Y'all scared to drop those people out of y'all lives or have those conversations with those people in y'all lives. You know what I'm saying? Try to work on that shit. Y'all scared to have that conversation with yourself. You know, see what you want, don't want. You know what I'm saying? Being able to drop things that you don't like for the most part. Being able to finally do stuff that you like for the most part. Being able to express yourself in a certain way. Being able to wear this certain thing. You know what I'm saying? What will so-and-so think? What is, you know, so-and-so say about me? What is, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's so many fears that you have within, you know, growing and doing what you want to do, that you're allowing it to stop you. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say don't have those fears, because those fears may be valid and they may come from valid situations, but for you to allow that to stop you, you know what I'm saying, I can't commend that shit. I can't say that that's okay. You know what I'm saying? You can't allow that to stop you. Because in truth, you don't know what will happen. You know what I'm saying? Even if you come up with this whatever in your head, and that does happen to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Cool, but you wouldn't have really known until you fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? You feel that you're scared, you know what I'm saying, to have those conversations with those people. But when you finally did it, you felt so relieved, you know what I'm saying? You felt at peace, and you now see where y'all stand, you know what I'm saying? You now see where you need to go next, you know what I'm saying? And you now have this foundation of how to handle that certain situation, of how to, you know, talk to a person, communicate, and you now with them communicate in a better way and are more open, and or, you know, it just didn't work out and y'all went y'all separate. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you got to be willing to go there for yourself. We've been so convinced that we need to be happy, strive to be happy, put it on a pedestal and praise it, when really it's just another emotion. Being at peace with yourself is what we should strive for. Being at peace with yourself is what we should strive for. Harmony within ourselves, because then we'll understand we need all the emotions we feel, and we wouldn't just want one. This dog listening in to the conversation. Listen, that dog needs the knowledge. All right, big fella. I ain't say communicate. He trying to give me. I say he. The dog's trying to give me some knowledge too. Ooh, let me listen to fella. Okay. All right. Okay. I appreciate that, big fella. I appreciate your work. Hey, I appreciate your words, big fella. I do. I appreciate your words. Let me stop fucking around with this nigga. All right, big fella. You was out here for the X amount of time you was out here. Now you want to start that shit. Stop it. All right, bro. This guy. What was I talking about? We've been so convinced that we need to be happy, strive to be happy, put it on a pedestal and praise it, when it's really just another emotion. Being at peace with yourself is what we should strive for. Harmony within ourselves, because then we'll understand we need all the emotions we feel and wouldn't just want one. Like, and that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody say, oh, be happy, this, and that. But it's like, the peace isn't really talked about as much. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that we need all our emotions isn't talked about as much. Yeah, I mean, now I'm just reiterating, but that's it all right there. all that pain and suffering will turn into anger, and you won't be able to control yourself anymore. When you're in that state, it's all about control. You know, it goes back to the Avatar state. It goes back to that horny state. It goes back to foundational control. You know, control for the most part within certain situations and certain states, and this is that. You have to have that control. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to control yourself to a certain extent. You know, and it's like, yeah, if you let it, that pain and suffering will turn into anger, and you will fucking lash out, bro. Is he mad they put his ass out? I keep saying he is they mad that they put their ass outside? Like, maybe they don't let them. They don't let them bark in the house or howl in the house. I don't know what the fuck this nigga doing. So maybe he getting his free time outside. Shit, do what he gotta do. You're the only one who can truly fix your problems, but others can help. So thinking just to keep it all inside isn't good, because you're hiding or faking when you're around them. And some don't even realize they're, you know, to a certain extent, don't realize they're hiding or faking it, because, you know what I'm saying, they're just keeping it inside. You know, when they're around them or this and that, they just feel like, oh, I'm being this certain way because, you know, they bring this out of me or something like that. But I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Just open up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Others can help you. Others, and it's back on the fear, and it's back on the, I don't know, bro. When you try to be something you truly don't want to be, it doesn't work. But when you truly want to be that way, you just are. People be like, you're this or that, but you just being who you want, not trying to be any of those things. We all fall into so many categories. It's true. Like, yeah, I mean, it's true, bro. Like, a fucking lion, you ain't gotta tell that nigga, like, I don't know, you ain't gotta tell that nigga like he a lion, I guess. Like, it's like he know he a fucking lion, like, or that's who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's who they fucking are. They lions. You know what I'm saying? They not doing these certain things in order to obtain that label or this and that. They just doing what they feel. You know what I'm saying? They must do. They just being who they want, and within that, you know what I'm saying, they're labeled as lions. They're labeled as, you know, a king of the jungle or whatever. This and that. But it's just like you just being you, and people gonna label you certain things, and whether you feel that good, bad, this and that, you just doing you. You know what I'm saying? And you being true to yourself and understanding who you are and what you are and what you want. You know what I'm saying? You know that whether that label is true to you or not, or whether some of it is true or this and that. Like, it don't really matter what they perceiving you as or this and that, because you know what you are. Here go your antidepressants. It will make you have suicidal thoughts. Like, what? Like, them fucking side effects, bro, for them, you know, for that medication shit. I don't think that medication shit right at all. You know, because like I say, you know, you have you and you know how to fix you. And if you can't fix you, bro, then it's like, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? That's all on you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it's like, and it's odd how it's still like, damn, after all this time, they ain't figure out a way to not have side effects. Like, I ain't done no research on it. I don't really, you know, truly give a fuck right now at this point in time, but why are there side effects on medication? You know what I'm saying? Why can't it just be, it does this thing and that's it? You know, but I guess, you know, it goes into the, because so many people react to so many things in a certain way, and they're not really sure, you know, how that person will react to it. They come with all this list of shit that, you know, side effects or this and that. And if this happens, then go see a doctor, stop taking, you know what I'm saying? It's because they don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's because you've been labeled with, you know, depression or whatever, just like all these other people. And even though y'all are all so different, y'all all have this one label. So we'll all give y'all this one medication that should work for a majority of y'all. And, you know, it may affect, you know, y'all in a certain way, but we'll make sure to cover our ass by putting these fucking side effects in if it makes you nausea, but whatever they be saying in them fucking commercials. And then, you know what I'm saying, we'll have us covered. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's back into the money shit. It's back into not actually really wanting to help people. It's back into the, you know, giving power to, you know, a so-called drug to, you know, think you need that to control you or be this certain way. Like, you don't need that, bro. You got to figure you out. And if you this certain way, then that's you. Like, this drug shit. You know, it's that's that, you know, they think they've got it figured out. They think they understand it and this and that, but they really don't. I know I did not just see, I just looked over and whoever this is in a blinds. They don't have it open, but they decided to put their phone under it and they are now recording me. They still recording me. Why is they recording me? I guess I gotta pick a new spot. You know what I'm saying? Because now they doing too much. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have the neighborhood watch guy or whatever. They didn't call the police. But it's just stare after stare. And now somebody is recording me outside of their window. If they feel unsafe, if they feel like I'm too loud or something like that, and they want to come outside and have a conversation about it, then we can have a conversation. But for you to feel like you need to record me, I don't know about that. Like, how am I affecting you that much? Am I looking at it wrong? Was that there before? Am I tripping? That looks like a hand, no? Is that not a hand? Should I just stare at the camera? Like, what do they want? Like, am I tripping? Is that not a camera? I see some lights. Am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that was there before. I don't know. I seen a hand. I seen the blind moving, but maybe I'm tripping. The blinds is moving. Like, it's literally... Should I... Like, I don't even know if you can see that. Can I even flip my camera around when it's already recording this? I can't. Like, what? Like, tell me if that's a camera now. I don't know. I don't know, Coach. It looked like a camera to me. Like, it was straight, got to struggling to move and all this, and just dipped out. You seen it, right? You seen it, right? And just dipped out. You seen it. You just seen it, right? And just dipped out. It just dipped out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know, bro. It's like, it's been damn near every video. I think it's been 3 videos. And you know, I think this is my 6th one or something like that. Like, it's like damn. Like, I'm literally in here chilling. And it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Are they that afraid of interaction where they feel they can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, where are they gonna put that at? Is it them who called the police? You know what I'm saying? Like where is, well, what you gonna bring that into the police and be like, this person is outside with their phone up on their dashboard sitting in a passenger seat with all 4 windows down where everybody can see, and they're reading something off their phone. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is the goal there? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you, I don't know, bro. And it's like, I don't have time for this shit. This will be my last time at this location. You know what I'm saying? I just find somewhere else to go. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like I said before, I'm not here for that interaction of a person that's gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? Of just constant stares, of just, you know, of just somebody having called the cops, of just, you know what I'm saying? For me, just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? It'd be different if I was right here, you know, maybe blasting loud music, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe if I was, you know, outside yelling or something. Like, I don't know. And like within these parameters, it seemed like I may be loud or this and that, but really, like, if you stepped outside on that sidewalk right there, like, you could hear me, but it'll sound like I'm like talking at a, you know what I'm saying, at just like a regular tone. And within a house of brick walls or this and that, you couldn't even know I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you in your backyard or something like that, like, yeah, but they not in their backyard. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a simple interaction of just, you know, I feel you're too loud or something like that, or could you just be a little bit quieter, or, you know, I'm not really comfortable with you being here, or something like that. Like, just expressing what you really feeling. And it's like, if they willing to have that conversation, oh, why this or that, or why do you feel uncomfortable, or, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't know, bro. But it's like, what are you, like, I don't know. I don't know, nigga. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, nigga. Just from fucking, like, slavery, and just, you know, dealing with certain people, and just, you know, because I should be able to go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be, you know, this much of a problem visually from body language and certain actions that's been, you know, displayed. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's the, you know, I would feel safer if it's like, damn, it's the same car. You know what I'm saying? They haven't caused any disruption, you know. We've called the cops, everything was all right, or this and that. It's like, I would feel more like, it's just like your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that's your neighbor. You know they in and out every day. You know, like, it's like, but you may not know more about your neighbor than you know anything more about me. But because, oh, that neighbor is, you know, paying for, you know, that house, or this and that, or that is where they live, or, you know, it's like, then all of a sudden that trust is now there because they can afford a certain house in a certain neighborhood, or they can afford a certain car that's in the driveway, or so people put just this trust in someone because of, you know, materialistic things or stuff in their head that makes them think is okay, or this and that, when that neighbor could be planning a whole murder against them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know. It's like, you just, I don't know. You know, it goes back to the motherfuckers just worrying about, you know, motherfuckers mind their business when it comes to somebody being, you know, disrespected or mistreated or this and that. But, you know, when it comes to them, or when they feel like they're, you know, being mistreated, or when they feel unsafe or something like that, now it's a big problem, or this and that. Like, you know, when it comes to just this, why you should trust everybody, because, like I said, there's no difference between the neighbor. There's little to no difference between the neighbor and me. You know what I'm saying? They have a better possibility of doing something because they could see your routine. They could know how many people in that house. They could this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like I'm here every day. So it's not like I'm also seeing this and that. And it's like, damn, you know, really, I'm this close you know what I'm saying, this, you know what I'm saying, open, you know what I'm saying, you would easily know me and you would easily, like, I don't know. Like, if I was planning some shit or trying to do some shit, like, it wouldn't be done like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there. If I'm there to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. But like I said, like, I mean, just finding a certain, you know, because I just want to be in a certain spot where it's not, you know, having to deal with certain people. It's not these stairs or this and that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying, me just chilling and being able to do something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know. It's not that, you know, it's so-called, you know, affects me in a way where I, you know, feel I must, what's the right way? Like, I'm not saying like, oh damn, you know, I need to leave. Like, oh my gosh, other people standing. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a, you know, they seem to be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And they aren't willing to have, you know, those interactions. And I really would prefer not to have those interactions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm deciding to remove myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more of a that than a just a, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. That shit was crazy though. Like, literally, like, I looked up, then I just did this, and like, I saw that shit. And at first, you know, I was like, was that there before? You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't there. And then I started seeing a light, then I saw the hand moving, and I'm just like, but that shit is wild. You know what I'm saying? You go outside and you start seeing how people are. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, whatever. Y'all don't know who y'all want to be. That's why y'all follow, which is fine. I believe it's part of the process when creating yourself. You know what? We all should be inspired by each other. I feel that should never stop. But just thinking you're a follower just isn't true. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all so different. All of us, every single one of us are so different that we could all lead in some area. You know, whether if it's just from us being different, whether if it's just us, you know, being so knowledgeable about a certain area of this and that, like, we can all lead in some way, you know. And like I said, I feel like it's part of the process, you know, to follow, to get inspired by different stuff, you know, to see that and be like, oh yeah, that would be cool if I'm this way or that way or this and that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I be doing like doing all that, you know what I'm saying, doing that, like, that was from fucking me watching Martin, me watching Good Times, me watching fucking the Jamie Foxx show, you know, all that fucking old school shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, you know, Martin doing all that shit and I don't mind fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, or seeing certain cartoons or, you know, certain shit like that. It's just, it's shit like that I just, you know, watch so much, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy so much. And, you know, fucking Will Smith, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so many shit, you know what I'm saying, that's foundational there, you know what I'm saying, why I just, you know, go and, you know, am like that in a certain way and do certain things in a certain way like that because, you know, that's what I got inspired from. You know what I'm saying? Am I exactly like fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Am I exactly like, you know, Martin? Am I exactly like Good Time Martin? Am I exactly like this and that? No. But it's like, you know, you don't want to be, and that's where the difference, you know, the difference comes in, and that's where, you know, it's inspiration and it's just, you know, foundational, you know what I'm saying? And then it's not like, you know, all those characters are the same in a sense, and it's not like, you know, I, you know, could play one of those characters or something like that just because I can do, you know, act a certain way or have a certain, you know, voice or this and that. It's just, it's shit you seen growing up, shit you watched a lot growing up, shit you decided to take and, you know, put that into your, you know, lifestyle or this and that. I don't know, bro. It's just, but just know, like, you're not a follower. You're not just a watcher. You're not just this and that. Like, you are who you want to be. Motherfuckers who can't read body language or vibe the room, y'all gotta work on that. If I'm walking away as you talking to me, hitting you with a yeah and a smile, that mean nicely stop talking to me. Like, yes, some situations just say, hey, don't want to talk, but like it should just be one of those things you shouldn't have to say. But understandable, everybody different, and after the body language, just use words. But it's like, if I'm hitting you with the yeah, you know what I'm saying? Listen, the conversation is over. Yeah, okay. All right. Yep. Yeah. All right. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And it goes into it like, damn, I'm trying to, and it goes into it like, okay, nigga, like, you gonna do, you know what I'm saying? But once you start going into that, then that's when you verbally go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, or however you communicate, you go ahead and, then express that in a different communication and be like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and, go my way. You know what I'm saying? It was nice, talking to you or whatever, this and that, but I don't know, bro. I feel like that shit should be worked on. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to read body language. You got to be able to, see a certain mood, a vibe. You got to be able to read the room and see certain shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to work on that shit. And obviously, like I said, it's fine if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Just work on it. Work towards it. I don't know, bro. It's like I said, it's all the same shit. It's all foundational shit. We just got to get there and we just got to be there. Some of y'all still be hurt and broken from a person, and since y'all ignored it, force yourself to try to forget and move on, you basically fuck every other relationship you have up in that person until you finally realize, oh, I'm still hurt from so-and-so. It's back to the you just worrying about you shit. And you just worrying about you in a certain extent of, of forcing yourself to feel that certain way from that certain relationship. You know what I'm saying? Not you worrying about you in a sense that I'm worrying about me, that I realized that, I didn't heal from this relationship, so I shouldn't hop into another relationship and fuck that relationship up and fuck them up. You know what I'm saying? I'm worrying about me because I know that I need to heal from this, that I need to evaluate, work, change, grow, and then I'll be able to go into a relationship and do this, and that. You know what I'm saying? You're not worrying about that other person. You're not worrying about this, and that, because you so locked into that that space of where you felt so bad, or you felt so this and that. Like you gotta be willing to understand what you're feeling, you know what I'm saying, and why. And y'all create embarrassment, nobody else. Like, this embarrassing shit isn't just this your body shut down when others are looking, or this and that. You're creating that embarrassment. Once you realize they're looking, then you fucking, you know what I'm saying, get embarrassed, or this and that. Like, you create what your embarrassed is. It's all mental. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, y'all create embarrassment, bro. Like, when y'all just be like, oh, I'm embarrassed, that's just who I am, or this and that. That's just who you're choosing to be. You know what I'm saying? We literally heal. Like, literally. We literally heal. Like, on some Wolverine shit. On some, I'm a superhero. Like, that's probably where that superhero shit came from. You know what I'm saying? It was just a more, obviously, to a different extent and a quicker extent. You know what I'm saying? But we get a cut or something, we healing. Like, we healing from that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's on some what? Like, I don't know. That shit is just crazy. Like, we literally heal, whether it's physical, whether it's, within, or this and that. We literally heal. Like, I don't know. I feel like that shit not talked about enough. Like, on some, like, nigga, I got scars because I didn't heal. Like, that shit not an open wound. Like, I didn't heal. Like, I don't know. I think, nah, for real, I think we kind of just looked over that shit. Like, nigga, we healing. Listen, is they cold or not? Is they cold or not? Is they hooping or they not? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm wondering. Is they hooping or they not? Shit, as long as it's laughing, giggle, shit. Having fun. Nigga, we healing. That shit crazy. It's a good day outside, too. No bullshit. It's a good day outside. You know what I'm saying? When it come this time, and obviously within Houston and shit, I don't know where other niggas live. You know what I'm saying? If the snow already coming down, this is now, I don't know. But when it's cool outside, but the sun's still out, and it's like you can wear a short sleeve and still, you know, you're not too cold, but you're not hot, and it's like some in-between shit. I don't know. Like, that shit is just, I don't know. It's but then shit, it be getting too cold or some shit like that. I don't know. Smell some barbecue. Some BBQ. Smell like that Sunday football. That's what it smell like, coach. Shit, that's probably what they doing out there. Shit, that's probably their cousins and shit. Oh my God. Some of y'all think y'all deserve certain shit because y'all comparing y'all lives and seeing others with it and thinking that's how your life should be, or that you think you miss something because you don't have that thing. Like, y'all don't need a father or a mother because majority got one, and you seen it and comparing when you don't have one. You take everything from all the people you compared yourself to and think you missing something. Like, and I think that's a real big thing, and it's huge, you know, obviously within a certain extent, you know, because within everything I'm saying is huge and big, but it's like, that shit is like, I don't know, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we do look at certain shit and be like, you know what I'm saying, some people think they needed a father. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a father and this is that. Because you have people telling you you need a father. You need someone to make you into this and that. You need, you know what I'm saying? But you don't need a father. You know what I'm saying? What you got is to a certain extent is what you got. You know what I'm saying? And what you make out of that is what y'all make out of that, and what you make out of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a father. You don't need, you know, a mother. You don't need these two parents. You don't need, you know, this 2-story house. You don't need, you know, this certain food. You don't need these certain clothes. You don't need, you know what I'm saying? You want because you've seen other people with these things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know. I think, you know, I think it's the reverse of this topic of what's being talked about. You know, we're saying, hey, you know, more of a, you know, feeling bad because, you know, they don't have, you know, a father. They don't have these certain things or this and that. But I feel we're only feeling bad because we feel like some feel guilty in a sense, because we feel, or maybe they feel that they want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, in no way, shape, or form am I saying, you know, that father should not go be a father. You know, that mother should not go be a mother. You know, or that person should not go be a mother. That person should not go be a father. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that they should just dip whenever they want and that person will be fine with them dipping. Like, no, it's still a struggle and this and that, but it's the fact that that some think that we must have a father in order for us to be a certain way. You know, like this thing where, you know, some say, you know, the more successful you are if you have two parents, if you live in a certain household, this and that. But I mean, that's been disproven for so long, you know what I'm saying? But people still use that, and people still say that in a certain way, and it's like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, that shit is just so tough to talk about, but it's like, you can't just be comparing like that and expecting that should be your life. Like, why should it be your life? Why do you think that your life should be their life too? You know what I'm saying? What's making you think you're able to compare the two? You know, like, I gotta go piss. I was trying to figure out if I would wanted to fucking read this other note or not. Nah, I gotta go piss. Fuck it. And that shit, I already know I'm finna. You know what I mean? Because, you know what I'm saying? It looked like that bitch was lengthy, and, you know, I feel like, you know, really want to talk about it. And I don't know, whatever. But, I mean, I gotta go pee. And, you know, I mean, this was, you know, I said I wanted to, I was like, I want to do this whole today. You know what I'm saying? And that just, you know, because it'd be like yesterday, like, I forgot the time, but I mean, I was able to, you know, come and do this or whatever, and I just, you know, I was, you know, just so tired and, you know, exhausted, and, you know, I was really feeling that, like, I was like, you know, so I didn't feel like, you know, fucking getting out of bed, didn't feel like going to go drive over here, didn't feel like, you know, this and that, you know, I just didn't feel like it, you know, even though I wanted to do this, you know, I wasn't feeling it, so I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, at the beginning of that day, if I said, oh, I'm gonna do this, you know what I'm saying, then I didn't do it, but, I mean, I didn't feel like it, but I said I was gonna do it, then I went to go do it, but now I'm not feeling it, and it's like, I'm not really in the moment, I'm just going through the motions, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not in the mood for the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like the thing that, you know, I'm talking about. You know, and it's important to understand that, you know, there's gonna be things you want, you know, slash don't want or whatever, but, you know, what you're feeling isn't always gonna match up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to make those certain decisions and be like, you know, okay, I'll do it, or I won't do it, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to, and not always so-called based on, you know, depend that answer only off what you're feeling, and not really so-called care about what you want. Just being able to evaluate the two and be like, okay, you know, even though I want to go make this video, I know that I'm really not feeling it. And, you know what I'm saying, for that, you know, I want to be in the mood. I want to be, you know, I want to be in a certain mood. I want to be in the moment, you know what I'm saying? I want to be vibing. I want to be chilling, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, you know, tired, fucking eyes barely open, reading this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was that type of tired type shit. But it's just like, I don't know, bro. Like, you got to be able to make those decisions. You got to be able to figure that shit out. You got to be able to, you know, figure out how you going to, you know, make those decisions. And I don't know, bro. You gotta figure it out. You gotta make sure it works for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I try to, like, keep it broad, you know what I'm saying, but keep it situational in a way, and keep it foundational in a way, because it's gonna be so situational on top. You know, and people foundation gonna be different too, but it's like it's like, I don't know, it's gonna be so different for each. And, you know, there's no 1, 2, 3 step manual, you know, and some people feel like they need that. They need everything right there to tell them, you know, what they need to do with this and that. But it's like, that's only guided by you. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they don't like that pressure, and they don't want to deal with the consequences of, you know, the decisions they make. You know what I'm saying? Because it's big. It's big having to, you know, own up to shit, having to make that decision, and, you know, living with that consequence and this and that. But either way, you see the opportunity, you gotta take it, not take it. You know, you gotta do a certain thing with it. You gotta, you know, I don't know, bro. Shit is crazy though. Shit is crazy. Damn, I gotta go pee. Damn. Yeah, we chilling though. That was. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm basically gonna damn near say they all good, cause I mean, we in the moment type shit. We just saying, you know, what we want type shit. This and that. Like, we just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, evaluate, work, change, grow. Evaluate, work, change, grow, coach.